Hello, my name is Raven, and I have been diagnosed with superior mesenteric artery syndrome. I made a long video prior to this, and it was received quite well, a lot better than I expected it to be. And so I thought I would make some more videos, just little things to help bring awareness to the condition, and more than just bring awareness to my condition, because I feel like a lot of issues are not just with my particular condition, but with being chronically ill in general. I thought I'd bring some awareness to what it's like to live with chronic illnesses. This one's just from my perspective, but there are lots of videos and blogs out there from different people of all different ages and backgrounds, and I've read some of them, and I know there are some things that I found a lot of people who agree with me on, and who a lot of things that people feel the same about. I was going to make a big video about what it's like to be in college with a chronic illness, but I learned that as I was filming that was going to be way too long, and I'm not putting everyone through that. So I've decided I'm just going to talk about little aspects of life and give you a little glimpse into what goes on inside my mind. So yeah, you get the mind of a sick person, but not the mentally ill kind. Although there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's also illness, and that also needs to be taken seriously. And I think people should do the research on that as well, because I feel like in order for us to grow as a people worldwide, we need to work on understanding each other and understanding different things. For us chronically ill, we are a type of person. It's overlooked a lot because we come from all different races, backgrounds, and cultures, but we all have this thing in common that connects us and separates us at the same time. It connects us together and separates us from everybody else who doesn't have a chronic illness or a condition like ours. So, yeah, this time I wanted to talk about just kind of talk about what it's like for me and my relationships with people. Not just romantic relationships, but friendships, relationships with my family, things like that. It's a little bit of a touchy subject, so if you don't want to watch, that's perfectly understandable. But I just thought it would be interesting to maybe give some people an insight into what it's like to try to be a friend when you're chronically ill, what it's like to try to be a girlfriend, to be a sister, a daughter, um, that sort of thing. So first I'd like to talk about my family. I am in California right now. A lot of my family is in Oklahoma. We're originally from here, but we spent a long time there. I have my older sister. Actually, I have two older sisters out here, but one I've only met once, and that's a pretty interesting story, and she's pretty awesome, but I don't really know her well enough to speak for her very much. And then I have my other older sister, who is one of my best friends, and if it weren't for her, I don't know how I get through this. Um, and then my older brother is out here, and he's pretty cool. I remember when he came to visit me in the hospital, and that was just one of the more uplifting things that happened and really helped me out. But anyways, so my relationships with my family have definitely changed. My big sister went from not really knowing me to becoming friends with me to becoming sort of my caretaker. And although I know that wasn't easy on her, and we've talked many times about how she feels about my illness and how she feels about having to see all this. We've talked about it a lot, and I know it's been kind of hard for her. My little sister means more to me than anybody on the face of the planet. I She's out there in Oklahoma right now, and I hope one day she can be out here with me. She means more to me than anybody anywhere ever has and ever will. That may seem like I am, like, people are like, what about your mom? My mom means a lot to me too, but My little sister is amazing, and I remember like her reactions when she came out here to visit me and she saw me sick, and it kind of breaks my heart the way she gets sometimes. And when she tells me things like "you're not allowed to die," and I'm not gonna go anywhere. But it's been really hard to deal with that. We don't have the relationship we used to, partially because she's not here, also because I don't want her to see all the negative things that happen. I want her to see the positive, and I want her to know that I'm okay, and I am okay. But it's definitely changed that. My relationship with my mother has also changed. My mother has been like my best friend. We're like, she's just one of those people who's young at heart. But this is really serious stuff, and nobody wants to see their child going through it. And I know that it's hard for her. Sometimes I don't think she knows how to handle it. I don't think she knows how to come to terms with how sick I am. I've seen at times where it clicks, and it's horrible to see the way it hurts her. And then other times I think we just kind of shove it on the back burner, because if we don't, we won't be able to handle it. So it's definitely changed that a lot. I went from being able to talk to her about anything, and I'm still able to talk to her about everything, but now I choose not to tell her everything, because I don't want her to hurt. It's brought me and my dad closer together. I think I love my dad. He's great, and he's really helped uplift me through this, and that's good. My brother, I don't think our relationship's changed all that much, actually. It's always been this way. He's always been sort of my role model. I've looked up to him, and it's still the same way. And when my brother tells me I'm gonna get better, it means I'm gonna get better, and that's just how it is. Now on to friends. Friends is a difficult subject. I have friends in the general sense. I had to leave my best friends behind when I came to college, and we all grew apart. I don't talk to them very much anymore. I still care about them, and from the things that they've said, I know they still care about me. But you grow up, things happen, you have to go your separate ways. So I've tried to make friends here, and I have met some great people, and I have a couple of extraordinary friends, but I don't get to hang out with people. I don't get to go out and have fun. I don't get to do the normal things that a 19-year-old is doing. I've been to a few parties with my boyfriend, and we normally only stay for an hour or two because that's all I can handle. And even then, I have to be careful and cautious because I am sick, and a lot of things can go wrong. But as far as my social life goes, I joined a sorority to help with a lot of things. I wanted to gain the experience of just some normality in my life and just normal college things, but I also wanted to make friends and to connect with people who had similar interests as me and were passionate about similar things, and I have. But I have also learned that making new friends and connecting with people it's a lot easier said than done when you're sick. For me personally, I have a lot of hang-ups about it. I can be in a room filled with my sorority sisters and feel completely and entirely alone. And that's my own personal problem. I know that. But it's not something I can easily get over. It's not because they aren't welcoming. They're all so friendly, so welcoming. Some of them have gone out of their way for me while I've been sick, and there are people who check up on me, and it's awesome. But I can't go out with them. I can't go to every event. I can't be relied upon to be there for anything. I'm not dependable. I'm not. And it breaks my heart to say that because I've always tried to be. I've always tried to be a dependable, great friend, but I don't know when I'm going to get sick. I don't know when I'm going to have to cancel plans. There can be one day where I'm feeling absolutely amazing, and then the very next day I can't even get out of bed. Um, there are times when I will be out trying to do something, and within 20 minutes I have to go home because I can't handle it anymore. And so all the things that people bond over, I can't do. People are like, why don't you just stay home, call the girls over, watch some movies? Well, I do that with my sister. But and I have done a couple little things like a baking night with some of my sisters. That was fun, even though I couldn't eat the things that we baked. But for the most part, it's hard for me to do those things because I don't want them to see me sick. And again, that's a personal thing. But in my experience so far, once people start seeing me sick, they start treating me different. I go from being, hey Raven, to, oh, are you okay today? And I can't handle that. It's really difficult. I don't want people to see me as my illness, and that's what it ends up becoming. It ends up becoming so focused on me, and I don't want it to be that way. That's not fair to other people. Everything shouldn't be about me and how I'm feeling, but that's how it is, because that's how my life is. I hate it because it makes me feel selfish, but the truth is that every moment of every day I have to focus so much on everything. I have to focus on what I eat, every little thing that I put in my body, where I go, who I'm around. I have to make sure that I have a way to contact people. I have to make sure that there's somebody there who can take care of me if something happens. I used to be so independent, and now I am completely dependent on everyone around me because at any moment things can just go so horribly wrong, and sometimes they do. I've tried to do things. I've tried to have those normal experiences, and sometimes I failed at it. And I don't want to put that on other people. I don't want other people to be responsible for that. I don't want to take away from other people and their experiences. I don't want to be the downer at any event. I don't want to be the one holding someone back from going and having fun. I don't want people to have to come sit in my stuffy little apartment with me and watch Netflix for hours because that's all I'm capable of doing. I don't want to get sick in front of them and have them have to take care of me or have to cancel on them like that. It's so hard because I care about people and I want to really help them and connect with them and focus on them, and I can't even take care of myself. I am 19 years old and I have been super independent all my life, and now I have to rely on everyone else, and it sucks. And I don't think anybody deserves to have to be my caretaker. Nobody deserves to have their day ruined because I suck at keeping food down or because I sometimes pass out when I stand up. It's not fair. It's hard enough to see it with my boyfriend. I look at the things I put him through and the sacrifices he has to make, and that's hard. I have given him the choice to walk away before, and he's stuck with me, and so I'm not getting rid of him, and I'm very thankful to have him. But sometimes it breaks my heart to see the things that he gives up. Sometimes we'll go to a party, but we have to leave real quick, and he's having fun and hanging out with his bros, and I'm a little downer that's like, come on, babe, we have to go home. I'm feeling like death tonight. Or he'll want to go out and do something, and I can't be alone because my heart rate is sped up too much. My blood pressure's dropped. My blood sugar is doing crazy things. I can't walk to the bathroom by myself because I might pass out. He takes care of me, and he's only 20. That's not fair to him. But I'm lucky because he loves me, and I love him. And in exchange, I make him lots of good food. I can't eat, but I can cook, so hopefully that makes up for a little bit of it. But just having him, it makes me feel guilty enough. And I can't do that to everybody. Everybody has lives to live and experiences to have, and just because I am stuck in this little patch where I have to put a lot of things on hold doesn't mean that they should be. And sometimes I am still up for having adventures, and that's why I am so glad I do have some friends that I can turn to, and I know that my sisters will be there for the days when I feel alright and can do those things, but it's so rare that it's really taken a toll on my relationships. So there's a million things that I could talk about right now, but this video is getting super long, and I don't want to cry. I'm not a crier, so I'm just gonna end it here. Just keep in mind sometimes about how the ill people in your life might be feeling, because they don't mean to not be able to be there. They don't mean to have to cancel on you. They don't mean to make everything about them, and they have to live with the fact that they're holding you back in some way, and they appreciate everything you sacrifice for them. It means so much that some people will stick by and stay with you through it, and that you don't have to do everything alone. Just know that even though sometimes it feels like they don't care about you, they do. They just have to care so much about everything that it's really hard to show it sometimes. Thank you for watching my video.